Guys, it's DK back at you with another video here for the NBA main slate here on Friday. We got 7 games. So first, real quick though, let's look back to see how we did last night. And oh boy, guys, I had a sweat for sure. So in the big slam jam, I finished 25th out of 1.5 thousand people. So yeah, it was a sweat for me. I went with Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, LeBron, Nance, Jokic, Stevenson, Zach Collins, and McGee. So obviously you guys can see I stacked Denver and the Lakers. And I went with Larry Nance. That was mainly after the news of Kevin Love being out. I knew he didn't end up starting. They started chanting Fry, but I knew Nance would still pick up a lot of that usage and a lot more minutes. And then Zach Collins here, that was more to salary relief. He was 3,600. He was seeing about 20 minutes a game, and I just needed a last player plug-in, and luckily for me, he had a very, very good game. And then I talked about all these Lakers and Denver guys, McGee, Lance, LeBron, Jamal Murray, Jokic, Gary Harris. Gary Harris is a little bit of a letdown. Same with Jokic. But guys, I was pushing for first here. So first place was up here at 329. That's $100,000, and I was at 306. And this game was looking like it was going into overtime, and then Denver just turned it over like 4 or 5 straight times, and it was so brutal to watch. I really thought I had a good chance of this game going to OT. If it went to OT, I would have definitely finished up here in this range. I had the most possible points remaining by far of any of these guys. I would have finished, top 2 or 3, which would have been, $10, $20, $50,000. So it was a sweat, but all in all, still a good night. I thought I had a chance to take down big GPP, but just a little short. But yeah, so let's get into today's slate analysis. So like I said, guys, we got 7 games. Since this is such a bigger slate, I'm not going to be going through all the players. So this is going to be mainly more of a cash game video where I point out a couple players from each position that I think are certainly cash game viable. I know they're just too underpriced. So yeah, let's start this up. So at the top here, $9,200. We got Chris Paul. So we know Harden's out for this game against the Clippers. And then also we got Chris Paul, revenge game narrative. Houston has not looked very good here. So they're going to need Chris Paul to have a huge game. And I don't think I can fade him today at 9,200. He's going to have such a high usage. So I really think you start your cash game lineups with Chris Paul. So another player here at point guard. You can play me at point or shooting guard. Here is Jrue Holiday, 6,900, and this very high over/under with Brooklyn and the New Orleans Pelicans. So the only really concern with him is the blowout factor. Certainly the Pelicans could blow out Brooklyn, but I like taking chances with guys that are cheaper in potential blowouts because they can still get there. He's only 6,900, so I'd rather play Jrue Holiday. If the game blows out, so be it. But I'd rather play him than like Anthony Davis in the game blowing out, and Anthony Davis doesn't get there such a high price tag. So Jrue Holiday, in his last game, he shot 2 for 15. He saw 38 minutes because the game was close, and he put up 30 fantasy points. So he's kind of a triple double upside guy each and every night. And this is a very, very low price tag here for Jrue Holiday. If he gets the shot starting to fall here a bit, I really think he crushes value today. So I like Jrue Holiday at 6,900. Of course, you could look at the other guy here in the offense, Alfred Payton at 6,700. I certainly don't mind him. I think I'm leaning towards Holiday today, though. Okay, so shooting guard here. Let's scroll down to a very cash game play here. Nick Batum. So, it was all about Kemba early on, but Batum, surprisingly, he's getting a lot of minutes, 42. 36 and 38 each of the last 3 games. Minutes equals money. So, I love that he's seeing this type of minutes. Now, has he been producing? Not really. But this is a really, really cheap price tag for Batum. And the thing I like about him is he fills up the stat sheet with assists, with rebounds, with blocks. So he doesn't really need a shot to fall in order to hit value. And against Chicago, Chicago plays no defense. So I think this is a game that Batum could have a sneaky, pretty good game here. All right, so another player that I'm liking here. This hinges on the availability of Andrew Wiggins. It's Derrick Rose. Sure, he's old. He's kind of washed up, but Tom Thibodeau's giving him a lot of run here. If Wiggins is out again, I think he pushes close to 30 minutes, and he's been very productive when given those minutes. So I really think D Rose, if Wiggins is out, is a pretty good play here. And then another guy you can give a look to if Wiggins is out is Josh Okogie. He picked up the start. Only shot the ball 4 for 14, but did end up getting a double-double, surprisingly. So yeah, that hinges on the availability of Andrew Wiggins. If he's out, I like Okogie and I like Derrick Rose. I think one of the two certainly fine for cash games. Okay, so small forward here. Obviously at the top, you can't go wrong with Giannis, KD, Kawhi. Sure, but we got a salary cap. So let's scroll down here more to the mid-range. And a guy I've talked about a few times here in my videos. He's still too cheap as Tobias Harris. Only 7,300. Now, is the matchup the best? No, he's probably going to pick up PJ Tucker defense. He's a pretty good defender. So the matchup's not the best, but the thing I love about Tobias is the minutes. He's seeing upper 30s, lower 40s minutes every single night. And, he's put up 40 in 3 of the last 4 games. I just think he's too cheap here for his role in the offense, and I really think cashing him viable for sure for Tobias Harris at $7,300. All right, so another play here from the Nets and the Pelicans, a guy I've talked about a bunch here, is Caris LeVert. Now, he's been very productive thus far in the season. The only issue here with these Nets is they just don't see a full allotment of minutes, 34, 32, 28, 32. That's the only downside. But this matchup is so fast-paced. We know the Pelicans, they score a ton. So the Nets, they're gonna have to match their pace. And I really think LeVert at only 6,300. I think he's your guy that you want for the Nets today. I don't mind D'Angelo Russell either, but I think I could prefer LeVert a little bit here. And $6,300, I think he is certainly in play. I've scrolled to power forward. Sure, I said Giannis, AD, great plays. But a guy that I'm really liking here at only 5,500 is Jabari Parker. So we obviously know Lauri Markkanen's been out, and now Bobby Portis will be out for, I think, about a month or so. So Jabari Parker is going to have to fill a huge role here in Chicago's offense. Could he pick up a start? I think he could pick up a start. They could still use him off the bench, I guess, and maybe start a guy like Felicio. But still, Jabari Parker, they're going to need him. I think he plays, 30, maybe 35 minutes here tonight. They're going to need his offense, and I really, really like this price tag here at only $5,500 for Jabari Parker. So another guy here I'm liking in this Clippers Rockets game is Montrezl Harrell at $4,600. Now, sure, the downside with him is he doesn't play a lot of minutes. But when he gets those minutes, he produces. See, against Houston, a week ago, he got 24 minutes and put up a 40 bomb. The Pelicans got 23 minutes and put up 28. Again, I think they're going to need him. Houston plays a little more small ball. I don't really think they're going to use Boban a lot. So I think Montrez, again, is going to see, 20 to 25 minutes. And at $4,600, I think he definitely exceeds value here. And one more player I'll point out is Carmelo Anthony here at 4,900. With all those injuries for Houston, he saw 39 minutes. Now, is Carmelo a guy I really like playing? No. But a salary of 4,900, they're going to need offense besides CP3 somewhere. So I certainly don't mind Carmelo. You could also give a look to Eric Gordon as well. I think he'll be pretty popular. My only issue with Eric Gordon is he has to shoot the ball well to hit value. If he's not knocking down shots, he's not going to get there. The same could kind of be said for Melo, but he's going to pick up a little more rebounds, maybe a block or a steal here and there. So I certainly don't mind Carmelo either. If we get to the center position, a guy that I think I really like today, buying low on, I know he has not looked very good so far this season, but it's Karl Anthony Towns here, only 8,000. That's the lowest price tag I've seen on him in a long, long time. And I really like picking centers against Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is not going to be able to stay with them. Neither is Ilyasova or Henson. And the thing I like about Cat is he sees a bunch of minutes for center. He's going to see 35 minutes a game. And I really think this is a buy low matchup. And I think Karl Anthony Towns finally has a breakout game today. So I really like Karl Anthony Towns here at 8,000. Another center I like here today, a guy I talked about basically in all these videos, is Enes Kanter. Only 6,900 here. Sure, he had an off game against Miami, but I kind of expected that. Didn't match up too well. Whiteside's a pretty good defender. But, in this up and down game here against Golden State, he's got a very good matchup here. He should have his way with Damian Jones, Kevon Looney, etc. And to top it all off, he hates Golden State. It's at home against New York, too. So maybe, this game stays close. And Kanter picks up, 30 to 35 minutes. And it's an up-tempo game. I really think Kanter has a huge game as well. If you don't want to spend up on both these centers today, I don't mind it. There's a value here I really like, and that is Wendell Carter Jr. here at 4,300. Now, like I said, Bobby Portis is out for a while. So, they're lacking on bigs here. They got Wendell Carter Jr., they got Jabari, and that's about it. So these guys are going to have to see a lot of minutes here. And Wendell Carter Jr., he's not looked good so far in his recent games, but he should see, 30 to 35 minutes here against Cody Zeller defense or Guillermo Hernan Gomez. We know he's got that block upside. At only $4,300, I think he'll be pretty popular, but certainly in play here for cash games. And then if you want an off-the-board play for GPPs only, it would have to be Cristiano Felicio here. So, they don't really have a lot of healthy bigs, and Robin Lopez did not see a minute last game, so it looks like they're just phasing him out. So they might just go with Jabari, with Wendell Carter Jr., and with Felicio. If that's the case, Felicio should see 20 to 25 minutes at 3,200. Only GPPs, guys, because it's Cristiano Felicio. But I just thought I would mention that as a little bonus play. So yeah, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys all have a good Friday. If you guys have been enjoying the content, please like this video, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. Also follow me on Twitter, guys. It'll be in the description below. I retweet stuff closer to lock. I give my thoughts as more injury news and stuff comes out. So yeah, definitely give me a follow. It'll be in the description below. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for Saturday, some NBA.